Hello. Hello and welcome everyone to Cleveland. This is the 27th US Nationals Carrom Championship.
We are all excited to be here in Cleveland for the finals of this tournament, which is the 27th United States National Carrom Championship. It all comes down to this, Bala Parthasarthi. It is Sarvanand Chandrababu of Cleveland, Ohio versus Ajay Arora from Pennsylvania. Of course, the 11-time champion versus the #1 USA ranked player. Are you excited to be part of this great tournament so far?
Yes, Dr. Mehta. You know, if you look at this, Saravanan and Ajay, they are easily considered as the top players in all of North America. And earlier today, Saravanan defeated Preeti Jakotia, not an easy opponent to beat. She is women's world #5, and the women's US team bagged the silver medal at the World Cup that was recently held in Malaysia. And she was strongly believed to be the title contender for this time. And Saravanan obviously has won this title 11 times, and he emerged victorious. And Ajay Arora, I would say that it was the upset of the tournament. He knocked out Luis Fernandez, the 3-time defending champion. And his highest world ranking was #5. So Luis is considered easily one of the finest players in the world. And Ajay, I would say, going into that match was the clear underdog, but he pulled off that upset and making his way all the way to the finals.
Yeah, in the interview earlier when I spoke to him, he had mentioned that his dream is to play the US finals and of course hoist that United States Nationals trophy in his hand. Whether his dream comes true or not, we will only find out in a couple of hours from now. There is one man standing between him and the trophy, that is Sarvanand Chandrababu. So here we are, a very exciting finals coming up for all the Willow TV viewers.
And Dr. Mehta, you and I had a chance earlier today to actually go and sit down on the board where the grand finale is going to be played. Let's have a look.
Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio, home of the 27th United States Nationals Carrom Championship. This is center court, where the most important Neil Gavaskar, Ravi Shastri give us the nuances and educate the Willow TV audience as to how the pitch is likely to behave. I'm joined by Bala Parthasarthi, who is president of US Carrom Association and excellent Carrom player to boot. Bala, welcome.
Hello, Doctor. Good to be here.
Bala, a pitch report in Carrom, a very unique concept we are introducing to the world. This is the first time we are talking about a pitch report, and you know a thing or two about Carrom. Can you please share with us?
Absolutely, Doctor. You know, as you know, unlike other sports such as billiards, Carrom boards are entirely made of natural materials. This Carrom board you see here, this playing surface, is made of birch wood. It comes from Scandinavian countries, Russia, many other European countries. So, as it's made of natural wood, what it means is no two Carrom boards are alike. Every board is different. Every board, in other words, has its own unique personality.
When you say personality for a Carrom board, how does that make sense?
Well, there are 3 different aspects or sides of a Carrom board's personality, if you will. #1, as it's made of wood, there are grains on the wood that impact the playing surface, right? It could create slopes and minor imperfections that can affect how the striker glides on this wooden surface. The second is the moisture content in the atmosphere. It could come from the weather or the AC in the hall or even the sweat on the palm of the player's hands. As you know, Carrom is all about nerves. It causes a lot of sweat. As players play, their palm goes on the board. It induces moisture and it can affect the speed of the board. The third is the age of the Carrom board. All these Carrom boards that are being used in this championship are made brand new, custom made for this tournament by Cinco, and they are imported all the way from India, and these are not yet fully broken into. And
Bala, Carom boards may have some imperfections, and it just happens that my eyes went to this one area here. Are these kinds of the things, the slope, the imperfections, do they factor into the player's mind when they strategize?
I mean, well, you know, big champions who make it to these top matches like semifinals or finals, they have to make a quick study of these boards, because this is the first time they're going to be playing on this board. Every time they play in a different board, and every board behaves differently. And as you know, Doctor, Carrom is all about angles and speeds. Let me show you. For example, if I want to pocket this coin in that pocket,
Yep.
right, and I calculate, I have to calculate what is the point of contact, and I calculate the angle accordingly, and I'm also calculating how fast I have to hit so that the coin reaches all the way to that pocket. Now, if I miscalculated the speed of the board because today is extra cold and the boric powder, which is the powder we use to lubricate the playing surface, has absorbed all the moisture in the room, and therefore the board is moving slowly today. If I miscalculate that and I try to pocket it, it goes, right? But if I try again, and let's say I want to pocket it over here, I don't give it enough speed because I miscalculated, right? It works for one shot, it doesn't work for another. These kind of nuances could make the difference between the title and coming close to the title.
You know, I love cricket analogies. We call it the dew factor. We talk about it in all the IPL matches, particularly since they are played in the evening. The dew factor and the sweat factor, so important for players to understand on their side of the surface or the other side. So this is the first pitch report for a carom board that we have given to the world. Bala, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, there you have it. Bala, this was a report of historic proportions because this is the first time ever in the sport of carom have we done a pitch report or a board report, if you will, because we describe the different idiosyncrasies and the nuances of what a carom board can behave. And I just loved the word that you use, personality. So I'm going to bring the best personality out of you to try and describe this singles final as we continue to move forward. But I hope all of you enjoyed the pitch report, of course drawing some parallels from the game of cricket, which both Bala and I love immensely. Bala,
Yes, Doctor.
this singles final, we have spoken with both the finalists, and they have told us what they have in mind as to what their plans are, what they are going to execute, how they are going to execute, etc. But before we get into that, did you want to share with our Willow TV audience about these two finalists and some basic statistics, please?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, for the first time in the history of Carrom, USCA has started collecting data, historical data on players, so that we can pull up what we call as player analytics, right? So, for example, if you compare Saravanan and Ajay Arora, they have both met in competition 6 times, and their head-to-head tally is exactly split down the road. It's 50-50. 3-3 is the actual tally, right?
Wow.
So they have met 6 times against each other. Best world ranking each of these players have achieved. Saravanan is slightly ahead there. He has been ranked as high as number 7 in the world, and Ajay Arora is not too bad either. He has been ranked as number 13 in the whole world. And if you look at it in terms of who has more experience, Babu is a little more experienced and a little older too, so he has been playing competitively for 23 years, and Ajay has been playing for roughly half of it, right? He has had about 12 years of competitive play. And where it gets super interesting, this is where I guess you and I may have a lot to talk about. If you look at it in terms of what their individual styles of play are, Saravanan's style is widely regarded as offensive. He goes on the attack, while Ajay is calm and calculative. So it's hard to say whether he's playing defense or offense, but he just likes to bide his time and take a measured approach. So it's going to be super interesting to see which style is going to emerge victorious today.
And one more thing to add to all the points you made. One is a right-handed carom player, other is a southpaw. So it will be very interesting to see how these players with different styles come together in this finals here in Cleveland at the 27th U.S. Nationals.
And Doctor, I saw you talking to the finalists earlier today. Let's cut to that to see what Ajay has to say about his what's going through his mind as he's going into the finals.
Welcome back to the city of rock and roll, Cleveland, where electricity was discovered. I am here with Ajay Arora. Ajay, you just beat Luis Fernandez. Luis had won a hat trick. He was on a roll. He was going for a four-peat, and you beat Luis in 2 straight sets. How does it feel?
Thank you, Nilesh bhai. It feels great because as far as North America, he is the best player we have. So it feels great.
Ajay, you are going against an 11-time US Nationals champion, Sarvanan Chandrababu. You have played against him in the past also. You are the current #1 US ranked player in Carrom. This is going to be a big tussle between you and Sarvanan. What mental preparations, what thoughts are occurring in your mind as we embark on your journey and your dream to fulfill, which is to win the US Nationals? What is happening in your mind?
Yeah, I'm just one step away to reach on that wall. So it's just about like self-belief. If you have belief, you can do. In any sports or any area, if you believe you can do it, you can do it. So I'm going with that belief.
Ajay, I want to wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
And the Willow TV viewers are going to have a lot of fun watching an exciting finals between Ajay Arora and Sarvanan Chandrababu. Well, Bala, we heard from Ajay Arora. Nervous excitement is the 2 words I would like to use. Nerves because he's taking on Sarvanan Chandrababu. Excitement because he's in the finals.
That's right. I describe it as cautiously optimistic.
Well, I think he's going to go all guns blazing. And we also had an opportunity to speak with Sarvanan Chandrababu prior to this match. Let's take a look. Welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio. I'm with Sarvanan Chandrababu, the 11 times US Nationals Carrom champion. Sarvanan just beat Preeti Chakotia in 2 straight sets in the semifinals. Sarvanan, your quick thoughts about your match that just concluded with Preeti Chakotia.
I played my game. I still have to play more. I'll see in finals. I'll give my best.
Sarvanan, your opponent is going to be Ajay Arora. You have played with Ajay Arora. Any particular thoughts that cross your mind right now as you are about to play the finals here in Cleveland?
I mean, whoever comes to final, doesn't matter. I'm going to sit in front of somebody, and I'm going to do my best. That's all I can say. Take one at a time. That's it.
Well, take one at a time, and he has taken it 11 times. Will we see the 12th time this young man, Sarvanan Chandrababu from Cleveland, hoist that US Nationals Carrom trophy? Well, there you go. You heard the 2 finalists here at the 27th US National Carrom Championship, Sarvanan Chandrababu and Ajay Arora.
Yes, Doctor. Let's. I hear the players are all ready. So let's get back to the center court and see what the action's unfolding there. All right, that is our chief referee, Subbu. They'll be going for the toss in just a few moments. And it looks like they got the green light to start the match. So traditionally, in Carrom, they do a toss with a coin toss. But the United States Carrom Association has started a new tradition, borrowing a leaf from the billiards book, to do a toss through what we are calling as a striker lag. We'll take a look and walk you through it as the players go through that. And all our referees, there are 2 referees for each of these matches. This is our chief referee, Subbu Lakshminarayanapuram. He lives in North Carolina. He has been certified to be a referee by the International Carrom Federation. And our secondary referee is Sam Malisetti from Dallas, Texas. Another accomplished
singles final of the 27th
international
United
referee.
States Carrom Association's men's singles final.
The
From the
instructions
champions
to
group
both the
between
players.
Ajay Arora sitting on my left and Saravanan Babu sitting on my right. I will be refereeing the match and I will be assisted by Sam Malisetti. Before we start the game, we will decide the order of play, which is by striker line. That is the toss of the coin, who will take the first strike. Okay? So, take out that coin. So you play from here, you play from here. Simultaneously, when I say shoot, you will shoot.
So there we go. Both players are going to attempt to send their striker to the opposite frame and bring it to rest between the baseline and the base frame. And in this case, Ajay has won the toss because his striker was much closer to the frame than Saravanan's.
Well, there you go. The singles finals here in Cleveland, up and running. Ajay Arora has won the toss and he will strike first. Game 1, board 1. Head to head, as Bala said, these 2 players have won 3 apiece. And this is an all-important finals in Cleveland, Ohio.
And you can see the players brushing the frame. You know, boric acid powder is used as the lubricant on the board. First strike by Ajay Arora, not a successful break. It looks like both players are a little tentative. Perhaps they are not used to the speed of the board as we saw a while ago in the pitch report.
Just a gentle nudge back, Bala, to free up a few coins.
So both players will be looking to take an early lead and definitely prevent their opponent from taking an early lead.
That's a tremendous pull by Saravanan. The power that is required to bring all those coins was amazing.
Yes, he has a powerful grip and release, what we call as the stroke in the Carrom world. That refers to the elasticity with which they release that flicking finger that sends that striker hurling across the board.
You can see the precision here, looking for that small gaps to get the coin through that lane. And it's going to go for this coin here now. Now the question is he going to safeguard the red Bala? He went for it.
Yeah, it
That's
looks
pretty.
like he was attempting this white here and in the process release the queen, but that proved rather expensive and Saravanan takes the queen. My apologies. That was not the queen. The queen is still in play.
Now, it's made it easy for Saravanan to tackle. Oh, he made it a little bit
Beautifully
tough for
done.
himself, but got the red and the cover. So the queen taken by Saravanan. And it is always very...
And Doctor, you just saw Saravanan miss. I wouldn't say it was an easy coin, but playing coins that are in his base, or rather thumping shots, have always been his Achilles heel. Or is it Achilles thumb in his case?
Yeah. Well, the question is, what is Ajay going to do about this pair here? That is what this game, this particular board is going to boil down to.
Nicely done. And here comes his calculative mind.
That was brilliantly thought, because he knew that he has one coin defending here. So I thought it was a very nice defensive move. Now
He's going for it. Yes. And there we go.
so 4
Board
points to Saravanan.
goes to Saravanan.
And Saravanan Bala certainly capitalized on the poor break that Ajay had in the first board.
That's right. A break in Carrom is similar to a service in tennis. You know, the person who has the break has an advantage. And especially if it's your break, you want to win that board. You don't want to give it away.
I was going to, when we have time, I wanted you to share with the audience different setups for breaks and the aim. Here with our telestrator, we can share that most of the players will aim at this white, but there are other breaks also that they aim at this white as well. So we'll share with that a bit later on.
Certainly. It's interesting, Doctor. So we haven't seen very many successful breaks today. Perhaps it's the new board, or maybe it's the players who are nervous. But these guys usually, they have killer breaks, and we haven't seen any of those yet.
Yeah.
We haven't seen too many successive, long streaks after the break. Sometimes we see them clear the entire board, but today it's been rather tentative.
It was a misjudged shot.
So Saravanan's speed of the striker indicates to me that he's in his usual confident self, but sometimes it can backfire, like it has opened the queen now.
The cover for Ajay Arora is a bit of a headache. Try to cut this here, let's see. And he did attempt that, however, just missed it by a fraction. And this game is about fractions, millimeters, Bala.
That's absolutely right. And folks, for those of you who don't know how this works in Carrom, this coin in the center, which is red in color, is called a queen. It's equivalent of the 8 ball in pool. Just like in pool you have solids, stripes, and the 8 ball. In Carrom you have black colored coins, white colored coins, and the red. So for a given player in a given board, they play either white or black, but the red is common.
Savan is going to go for the queen now.
And there we go.
And he did. And he has the cover sitting in his base. Saravanan covers the queen again.
So Saravanan takes the queen one more time. And in Carrom, taking the queen gets you 3 extra points. And also the board is not over until the queen is still in play. So players are always looking for the opportunity to take the queen if they want to go on the offense because they want those extra points. Or those who are employing a defensive strategy would try to defend the queen and keep it in play for as long as possible so that they can prolong the board.
That's a lovely shot, Bala.
Brilliant shot.
He did 2 things. Not only did he pocket it here, but he brought this coin here. So 2 for the price of 1.
So most likely he's just going to push this black here to block him. Oh, that was a good attempt.
He just went for it.
Yeah, he went for it. Slight positional advantage for Saravanan so far in this board, but not by much.
I think it's a significant advantage at the moment, Bala.
Well, if you see this white here, it's not in a very easy position for Saravanan to take.
But at the same time, these 2 blacks for Ajay are not easy either, right? I mean,
Well,
two rebounds, I can imagine, but not easy rebounds, I would think.
yeah, but that's okay. He doesn't need to take them yet. And he defends this white beautifully. You know, in Carrom, you just have to finish the board before your opponent does. It doesn't matter how many coins you have left on the board. As long as you can keep one of your opponent's coins still in play, you're safe. So you need that insurance. Keep
So
one
he
coin.
will take this and then devise the next move.
And then most likely he will bring this white back here.
And the cat and mouse game continues.
There we go.
And even the defense, look at the defense. He brought it right smack in the middle of the frame. And he almost missed that.
And the shot that Saravanan just played, take a coin here to tap it on that frame and put it here. That shot is called a double in Carrom, since the coin doubles back down to a bottom corner. And that was a
now
rebound.
this is the tricky part. Does he play defense, bring this black back to his base? He just pulled it back a little bit. Please just play a double touch shot here, Ajay.
Yeah.
Ajay has done well for himself. Question is, now does he open it up? If he hits this angle, this black can come here, but he decides to just defend the other black.
Yeah, the risk is if you miss, you end up opening the board for your opponent, and most likely he's going to try to pull it back. They'll keep this cat and mouse thing going. Neither of them wants to touch this cluster here.
Who wants that? Who wants that?
Well, it depends on the risk and reward.
It's early on. It's early on, so Ajay may go for the turning shot, where white goes in and the black comes this way. No, he's just going to play it safe.
That's because he's black. He's playing black.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. At the moment now, again, a difficult double touch shot. Lovely.
And he pulls it off. Amazingly done. So there we go. Now both of them are on the board. Folks who are just joining us, we are coming live to you from Cleveland, Ohio, where the 27th U.S. Nationals Carrom Championship is underway, and we are watching the singles grand finale of the Champions Division between the top 2 players of the U.S., Saravanan Chandrababu of Cleveland and Ajay Arora of Philadelphia.
You know, if you think about this board number 2, I think Ajay made a brilliant comeback. I think I was in disagreement with you when you said Ajay is in a better position. I thought Saravanan was, but I think Ajay clearly ran with some brilliant defensive moves and pounced at the right opportunity and got 1 point.
That's right.
It is a swing of 5 points.
Exactly. And there you go. And here's Ajay going for his break.
A much better break for Ajay Arora.
So I would say at this moment, once again, Ajay has a slight positional advantage. When you are playing from this side, you want all your opponent's coins to be in this half of the board, so that it makes it difficult for the opponent to clear their pieces.
I remember somebody once telling me coins north of the equator or south of the equator, but that man was nobody other than Bala Parthasarathi.
And it's the analogy of comparing it to the equator holds true, because when these players sit on the board, this is their world. These 4 squares are their entire universe for the next 2.5 hours, and therefore
Right.
this is the equator. A nice attempt, but it didn't quite work out. A beautiful shot by Saravanan. Now he's going to pull. That pull was missed. He's attempting to defend the queen. He wanted to cut it, I guess, but he missed. Now it's wide open for Babu.
And
Even that,
three
if you look
boards-
at it, he had to slightly kiss those 2 whites. They always do that. That's called touch Carrom. You take something and in that process, slightly reconfigure the board. Minuscule ways.
It looks so easy on the screen, Bala, but you and I know it's very difficult to execute. As Saravanan is on a roll right now. Oh, he misses that one.
Right. These kind of mistakes are pretty common in Carrom. These are like unforced errors we see in tennis players and things like that. The key is, instead of dwelling on those mistakes, can they move on? And these guys are indeed good at that. That's why they are sitting where they are, and we are here behind the commentary box.
But we are also enjoying what we are doing.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't think Ajay or Saravanan would want to be sitting in our places either.
Yeah, I want to judge him, not the other way around. He's going for a glance. That was
just
a sheer bad luck. And now Ajay has a finish.
now when he takes this coin, the other coin also will glide down. And you saw how that coin came out of the frame. Would you say this is a relatively easy finish, Bala?
I think so. At this level, an easy finish like this, they cannot afford to not capitalize
Now,
on.
this is a punch shot or a cut shot?
You can go either way. There are multiple ways to take that coin. He's going for a punch.
Now, Bala, Saravanan has 3 coins to take. And Saravanan took the red. He does not miss those, does he? Gets
He
4
doesn't do.
points. And Saravanan now moves to 8. And Ajay on 1 after the completion of 3 boards.
And the gap widens. Saravanan is not a man you want to see far ahead of you.
And that was the shot. that
Right,
you
and
just saw.
Yeah, I do feel that Ajay does have the tactical advantage. He is able to outthink Saravanan so far. but Saravanan certainly is out executing when it comes to pocketing.
I think Ajay just pointed something out pertaining to the strike, but Saravanan is ready.
That's a flawless break. So this black here is not where Saravanan would have wanted it. Players typically want the path to the pockets clear of any obstacles. Ajay's beautiful slice. You know,
And-
this kind of angle,
And then he's going to go for this. Oh, no.
that's still pretty good. You know, now this pocket, I would say, has been captured by Ajay. Saravanan should not leave this area unattended for long, otherwise that's going to cost him dearly later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Bala, what Saravanan effectively has done, he's brought his white here and protect this pocket as well. So, oh, lovely attempt. Little too speedy, perhaps.
Oh, that was delicate. There was not a lot of room.
The fourth consecutive time that Saravanan has captured the queen.
Oh, looks like there was a foul while Saravanan covered the queen. So therefore, the queen comes back to the center because it's not considered covered, and the coin which he pocketed as the cover comes back because it was done while committing a foul. Plus one extra white comes back on the board as penalty. This is a very expensive foul.
And after a good break that he had. And now the tables potentially can turn.
Very much so. Now it's anybody's game. Maybe Ajay's game. Board, rather. That was safe, but Ajay can potentially play it in a way that this white comes out, but he doesn't do that because Ajay doesn't want to disturb this cluster just yet. Nicely done. Released all the blacks in the process. And Saravanan defense. And now Ajay has to do something about this black. He doesn't want that sitting in that place for too long.
Saravanan has to be very cautious here not to make the red open up too much.
Oh, so
two
two
lovely shots.
lovely long cuts in a row. That was a tad too aggressive. I'm not sure if he wants to force Ajay's hand to make Ajay go for the queen next. because there is a risk it could touch this white on the way. There is a nice temptation for Ajay to go for the red. And he takes it perfectly.
And while taking this coin, Ajay can release this coin.
And he attempted exactly that, Doctor, but that's the risk when it comes to playing these dual intent shots,
Yeah, that's
isn't it?
a backfire, and he's not happy. You can see from his body language there.
But it was absolutely the right thing to do.
Absolutely. No question. Sarvana is going to go for the red.
If Ajay now takes the queen and finishes the board, Saravanan would not be a happy man. And it looks like it is going to be the case. Ajay gave Saravanan a golden opportunity earlier when he missed the cover. And
So
he doesn't capitalize on this mistake, giving Ajay the chance to get on the board with even more points. Getting closer now. After 4 boards, the score is now 8 for Babu and 6 for Ajay.
yeah, that looking back at this board, that foul cost Sarvanan quite dearly. Not only was there a foul, but the red came back and he lost that opportunity. He made a nice comeback to capture those 2 nice cuts, but then Ajay had this one mistake, but then luckily for him, it did not cost him this board. So at the end of 4, we are 8-6 in favor of Sarvanan. Even Stevens for the moment, Bala?
Absolutely. This one's going neck to neck. So you would see a rather powerful break from Ajay at this moment, I would think, to pull as much to his side. But somehow he's not able to make the right point of contact, as you explained earlier, Doctor. Folks who are just tuning in, we are watching the singles grand finale of the 27th US Carrom National Championships. We are coming
No,
to
I
you
don't
live
have
from.
any explanation. Sorry to interrupt Bala
Oh, that's
for that shot.
Oh, that one, I'm not sure. Sometimes you want to throw your opponent off and keep them guessing. You know, Carrom is not just about pocketing coins. There is elements of chess, and what you just observed could have been an element of poker.
True.
There's bluffing in the sense that it was a fine attempt to hook the red onto the bottom right. And makes it easy for Babu. He has an easy cover.
And this is the 5th
Let's go.
consecutive time in 5 consecutive boards that Bala has captured the queen.
And that's pretty interesting, you know, for being the master strategist. Oh, that was a shot of the day so far, 2 in 1. And Ajay seems to be taking a little bit more risk, only when it comes to the queen. Beautiful shot.
That was a brilliant display by the vintage Sarvanan. Question is he just going to take it simple and then play a rebound? Yes, he is now.
I think he can actually cut it from here. I'm not sure if he's going to do that. He's
I
going
think
for
he's
a
a
rebound.
rebound guy. Play it safe, let Ajay. But the whole pocket is open for Ajay to at least take these 2 and these 2.
That's right. Let's watch the master tactician in play. Let's see what he does to come out of this seemingly impossible situation.
precise, just diving into the pocket.
Very nicely done.
Now here's someone has to be careful. And forget about careful, he just pockets it and he gets 6 points.
Just like that.
So Saravanan now leads 14 and Ajay Arora 6 at the end of 5 boards. Let's watch this replay.
Let's watch some of those fireworks from Saravanan. There,
Look at that.
2 in 1. Look at that one. That's called a cut and release. You take one coin there, in the process pull something else back here. And Saravanan is considered an expert in that shot. All these guys, they have so many weapons in their arsenal. You know, Dr. Carrom is it's a game of infinite possibilities. There's a lot of improvisation and creativity that goes on, which is not very apparent to the untrained eye. These guys need focus, hand-eye coordination, grit, temperament, strategizing. So many skills come into play when they sit down on the carom board.
Bala and I have mentioned this before, but this is the first time that the entire tournament was conducted without using any kind of paper. All the scores were entered on the players, on their phones, and it really saved a lot of time, Bala.
That's right, Doctor. These tournaments, they are long haul marathons. These are 3-day events, 3 full days it takes to conduct them, and players play, you know, over a course of these 3 days, more than 800 games are played between the 120 participants. Can you believe that? It's a jam-packed agenda, and every few minutes counts when it comes to conserving player energy and maintaining the overall schedule.
Well, let's see if Ajay can capitalize on that queen by getting this cover. Is he going to play this at the third pocket? And he does.
Brilliant.
And this is the first time Ajay has gotten the queen.
And he does so in style. Beautiful shot. A reverse pair that he nicely hooked. Now, if not for this white, he has potentially a path.
I wonder if he has this connection here. We don't have the right angle to see, but
I think that's what he's going for. Now, this could have just opened up the entire board for Babu. I doubt if Ajay is going to get a turn. You can see the disappointment in his face. That's clearly not what he wanted.
that is smooth as silk. Bala?
Absolutely. You know, Ajay had a golden opportunity having taken the queen, but Saravanan breaks Ajay's serve, if you will, and takes a board on Ajay's break.
And here, as you watch the replay, there is a crucial moment. After taking those brilliant shots, Ajay opens up part of the middle pack and Saravanan does the rest.
Right.
So Ajay's break, board number 7. What you see here is the number of boards completed.
And here we see something another pretty interesting. The kind of racking that Ajay Arora is doing. So most people, they would like to connect the leading edge, but he is connecting this edge in this break. It creates a very different spread.
That break, unfortunately for Ajay, did not work. as
So one of the
Sadanan
things,
now goes to work.
right? So one of the things that particular break that Ajay does in this particular board, it does is it spreads out the coins more evenly across the board, both left and right side of the board. So he wants to keep the coins more spread out.
Isn't it true that by going with that kind of a break, if you miss that break, you're at a disadvantage, particularly if you don't pocket?
Absolutely, doctor. This is considered a high risk, high reward break. So if it works, all good. If not, there might be a big price to pay.
We've had 3 exciting days here, Bala, with the doubles championship, the singles tournament, and of course today the doubles finals. And now, for those of you just joining us on Willow TV and the Willow TV YouTube broadcast, this is the finals of the 27th of Pennsylvania.
Right.
That was a very delicate touch. The coin just dropped into the pocket, surely out of gravity. And here comes the mid-game segment. And that was Babu tried to release this black from here and send the striker to this side to release the other black. And I would say he partially succeeded.
Yeah, at least he's created a little pocket here in case Ajay doesn't play this coin right now, which he did not.
So Ajay needs to be really careful now. He needs to prevent, he not only does he need to win the board, even if Saravanan wins the board with 1 point, it's going to make it really, really difficult for Ajay to win this game, because a game of Carrom is played for 25 points or 8 boards or 45 minutes. And they are already done with 6 boards. So there's not very many points available for Ajay to capitalize on left in this game so far. Ajay needed to win this board, and if Babu wins the board, I guess it's a foregone conclusion, isn't it?
True.
Because the maximum number of points you can make in a board is 12, and if Babu wins, there will be a 13-point deficit for him. This could be it. And there we go. Saravanan Chandrababu wins set number 1. Although the match is not officially over, sometimes they just play.
I think they are done with the first match of this 3 matches. And I think this was while we kind of recap this first match. First of all, it was the battle for the queens. It was until the 6th board that Ajay actually captured the queen, and the 4th board where there was a foul and the queen came back, that kind of proved costly. Ajay grabbed that board, but the crucial mistake that happened, in my opinion, Bala, was the 6th board when Ajay inadvertently opened up the mid-pack.
That's absolutely right, Dr. Mehta. So Ajay got an opportunity in the middle of the game when Saravanan had the triple whammy with a foul on the cover of a queen, bringing back a bucket load of white coins back on the board, which Ajay did not capitalize. That was the moment he had to snatch, and he couldn't, and therefore he paid the price. Now Babu will play with even more aggression, and I would expect Ajay to display the kind of skill that we saw from him in the later part of the last game, from the get-go in the second set.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that earlier. It's worth repetition, as you don't want Saravanan to be in the lead.
You want him to be in your rear view mirror.
Then he is like a lion. And you know, oftentimes what it reminds me of, when you see Saravanan sit on the carrom board in the chair, I mean, that sprawling look that he displays, and when he plays, he's like, I'm the man in control.
Absolutely. You know, so much goes into the body language. You know, not only it helps them with the footwork and the stability they need to sit on the chair to help with the game, it also, you know, sends a message to their opponent. I'm here and I mean business.
I've tried that body language, but then nothing else happens, Bala. Why is that?
I'm scared of you just by the way you're sitting at me right now.
Bala and I are having a lot of fun describing this game of Carrom to you at the 27th Nationals. Obviously, neither Bala nor I are professional Carrom commentators, if there is anything like that. Is there?
I think now we have.
You?
And you. Here we go. The battle for the queen has started again in set number 2.
Let's see if Ajay reverses his fortunes here in game number 2, especially with the queen. And he misses the cover as Subbu, the chief referee, pulls the red out from the pocket. A very meticulous referee, Subbu, has been around the Carrom world for many, many years. Malisetti.
He's attempting a glance on the white. And there we go. See, there used to be a white was here, so he sent the striker to deflect off of that to make way for the second black behind it. That shot he played was called the glance shot in Carrom. That was a pretty good shot, I would say. Not terribly expensive. Still in a good position for Ajay. You know, this whole cluster is not good for either of them, but neither of them would want to open it.
And you just saw how Saravanan pulled this coin out from the bunch with that base shot. And he's going to get the red out, perhaps. He did, but not enough to get a lane open on this side.
Safeguarding the queen. Smart move, and nicely done too. You know, even though the queen was not exactly open for Ajay, Saravanan felt it was a good time to have that insurance.
What does...
So he could potentially do this combination here to this pocket, but the problem is if he misses, then Saravanan has a clean queen and cover.
he doesn't have an angle for this to go here and then release the red. That angle doesn't exist, looks like.
That was commendable of Ajay. You know, it's not easy to pocket these open coins under pressure. Beautifully done.
And Ajay simply removed his cover for Saravanan. So,
And this was a smart move on Saravanan's part, because this was the opportunity for him to release this cluster that was here. Now Ajay is on the defensive.
he's going to go for the cut.
No, he was just
He's
bringing
just
the
trying to
queen
defend it.
back here. He was trying to defend it. You know, the cover, this black, is not the easiest in the world. It's not the toughest in the world either.
He'll press the white on the side and then get the black in.
And it was, you know, not the easiest shot in the world, but, you know, under pressure to be able to execute it precisely is a problem. And Saravanan going for the queen, and that could be a costly miss. You know, he doesn't miss many center cuts. A center cut is when a player cuts the coin that's in exactly the center of the board. Nicely done by Ajay to regain control of this board.
That's Preeti Jakodia in the background watching the game.
Earlier today, she lost to Saravanan Chandrababu in a hotly contested semifinals.
Yeah, that was quite a game that we witnessed. And now,
Let's see what
question
he
is,
does.
does he defend here and bring this here, or does he go for the third this way?
Looks like the latter. And the board goes to Ajay.
One point for the board. 1 point for the board.
So Ajay really needs to focus more on the queen, because even though he's winning a few boards, he's not making a lot of points. Doctor, so far in the match, we are in the second set right now. It looks like Saravanan has been taking the queen almost 80 to 90% of the time, and that's not good for Ajay. He really needs to change that up if he needs to get back in the game.
And that's particularly true if you win the board and don't get those 3 points, right?
That's absolutely true. You know, in this particular case, it was not the worst thing in the world for Ajay to happen, because it was not his break, but it is a golden opportunity all the same. It was not even your break, yet you got the queen, and then you blow the opportunity to convert that into some points. Babu's in good flow, but what does he do now? He can potentially... I thought he might have gone for a cut and
pull.
release. Perhaps he doesn't want to release the board just yet, open things up. Given how dangerous an opponent Ajay Arora can be, who just a few hours ago caused the upset of the tournament. He knocked out defending champion Luis Fernandez. So see, doctor, in this particular case, the striker is wedged between the coins and the frame. So if the player attempts to retrieve their striker, and in that process they move any of these coins, that would be counted as a foul, and one more coin of theirs will come back on the board. So in such cases, the player politely requests the referee to retrieve the striker for them so that they don't risk creating any foul. Beautiful shot. That was a smart move. What a shot. 2 in 1. Brilliant. Oh, he's going to cut this here and send the striker to blast it over there. Great opportunity. Oh, no. Nope, he changes his mind. Goes for a more straightforward approach. He has to muscle this black into that pocket, past that white. Doesn't quite do it. Perhaps the alternative approach he considered first may have been a better choice. Doing a negative cut on the red.
I wonder, Bala, why he went with that strategy. Because there was a coin sitting there, and it's not an easy shot to make when the coin is being defended by the opponent's coin.
That is perhaps true, Doctor. Yeah, you know, there is a time limit in Carrom for players. Once you get your turn, you have 15 seconds to execute a shot, and within those 15 seconds, they have to make up their mind on which coin to play, and then calculate the angle and the speed necessary to execute that shot, and then do it all in 15 seconds. It's not a lot of time. And Ajay beautifully converts that missed opportunity.
So how Ajay came back in that, that was really brilliant, because if you see here on the replay, at one point it seemed like it was Sarvanan's board.
Yes, it did. That's why in Carrom, when we talk about defense, oftentimes players, novice players, they think that they have to make an opponent's coin difficult. But what champions do is they choose which of their own coins not to pocket. So it's about what you don't touch, as opposed to deliberately playing a shot to move your opponent's coin from point A to point B. Instead, they would rather leave one of their own coins in point C, where it's better. Once again, folks who are tuning in just now, we are coming to you live from Cleveland, Ohio, watching the 27th U.S. Nationals Carrom Championship. This is the grand finale of the singles event between Saravanan Chandrababu, the 11th time U.S. national champion, and Ajay Arora, the current U.S. ranked number 1. So it doesn't get any better than this. The most celebrated player in the U.S. versus the most talented player according to the rankings currently.
True. And Ajay Arora certainly is giving everything he has in the second game, trailing 1 game 2-0 at the moment in this best of 3.
That's right, Doctor. And earlier today, when the match started, we were comparing the styles of both of these players. And, we see this in action now. Saravanan, he's offensive, he's a big board player. His strategy is mostly go big or go home. Whenever he wins, he wants to go with big boards. He goes after the queen and early finishes, so he can get 7-point, 8-point boards. On the other hand, Ajay takes a more measured approach. He wants to win the board, even if it's just 1 point for that board. He is more slow and steady. So it's a perfect matchup we are having to witness today, comparing the contrasting styles of these two amazing players. That was very precise. Ajay is calculating what to do. He doesn't want to open that cluster. Now, here's an interesting shot. Babu is trying to take this there and send the striker over.
His cover is going to be...
Oh, he has one there.
Who is one there? Sorry.
He has an easier one.
Yeah.
Queen covered by Ajay.
Okay, this will be called a press shot, where he plays this really hard to send this here and this black.
Oh,
That
look
was
at that.
a beautiful shot. This could, if he plays this hard enough over here, the striker could come back here and release the center cluster too.
Only thing
That's
is for the placement of the striker should have been here for that shot to be executed though.
True. Had it been Saravanan's turn, you could have expected something like that given his high risk, high reward approach. But given that this is Ajay, he wants to minimize the risk, even if it means the reward is low. He just wants to win the board at any cost. And you would see Babu So these are the coins that are super crucial. These are the golden opportunities that players cannot afford to miss. And Ajay continues his dominance in set number 2 of the grand finale of the 27th US Nationals Carrom Championship happening here in Cleveland, Ohio. Saravanan yet to open his account in set number 2. Which is a rare occasion. Usually you don't see 3 boards go in a row without Saravanan scoring a single point.
True. And let's see if he's the comeback kid in this game or not.
Look at that intense focus on Ajay's face. And they have to sustain that level of focus and concentration for hours on end and for days in a row. So doctor, since you are a doctor by profession, I want to ask you a question. People often think of Carrom as a sedentary activity. After all, you just sit and play. How hard can it be? Can you speak a little bit about the fitness that you need, both physical and mental, required to play the game of Carrom?
It's a great question, Bala. I think the general perception is, and when we were all growing up in India and thinking about the game, it was like you're sitting down, recreation, but at a high level or even a mediocre level competition, the amount of focus and concentration required consumes a lot of energy. And to be mentally fit and physically fit is of paramount importance, along with, of course, the skill level that you possess. But having good physical and mental health is extremely crucial. And you had mentioned earlier, this is a game of nerves, anxiety, tension, mindfulness, and all that. And you can create a better mindful environment for yourself with meditation and other things. And we just saw a brilliant display there. Bala?
That was phenomenal, Doctor, and sorry to interrupt you. That was simply brilliant. You know, that's why these guys are such dangerous players.
Yeah, the question about that mindfulness that you had asked, what happens at this particular juncture, you know, when you are down in the dumps and you have to come back and rally, how do you get that mental attitude uplifted? And now Saravanan has to pull the bag, get a trick out of his bag. He's trailing 21-0. So what does the 11-time champion do? It is his break. This is the 5th board of the match. 4 boards to go, and he has to cover 21 points. Let's see.
And this is the true test of a champion. And how do you rebound when you are in the dumps, as you said, Doctor? He seems determined in this board so far.
The head cut was not that difficult, but he missed it.
Ajay with a huge lead of 21-0 against Saravanan. I don't think I have ever seen anybody take such a huge lead on Saravanan in any game so far. Is it just Saravanan taking things a little too lightly, having won the first game? Is it because of complacence, or is it because of Ajay's brilliance? That's going to be debated for a long time. But still, it's not over till it's over. This could be it for Saravanan to release that white, get this guy out in the process. And there we go. Are we looking at the beginning of a comeback, Doctor?
Knowing Saravanan Chandrababu, you never say never. He is the man with steely nerves. And one thing about Saravanan Chandrababu, I've seen him play. I've been his doubles partner. We were together in 2013 when we won the national championships in doubles. His body language is something to watch out for. Those in the audience watching him, there's so much to learn. If you are a young person, a Carrom enthusiast, just watch their body language, the way they sit, the way they execute themselves. And now, 21-9 is the score.
And the happy faces and the happy faces we just saw on camera were the doubles champions, Luis Fernandez and Ravindra Guge. Nicely done. He has a lot of open coins. This is a very favorable board for Ajay. Ajay Arora has taken the queen. We certainly see that change, Doctor, that we were talking about earlier. He has certainly improved his queen rate in this board almost by 6 to 7 times of his previous boards.
He certainly realized that how important thing the queen in the second game is, because it's a do or die for Ajay Arora. So he's clearly showing some aggression there.
So all Ajay has to do is stay true to his style and maintain the lead. He's being very cautious. Nicely done. All these coins here that are stuck in Ajay's base should spell trouble for Babu. But he is known for his grit. Nothing phases him. Can this be it? Ajay has taken the queen already. He does have a finish, albeit not a very easy one.
Yeah, this home shot is not that easy, but he's going for glory here.
And he's a left-handed player, so he has to play with his non-dominant hand.
Good observation, Bala.
He's going for it. Okay, looks like all right, so it's 1-1. A classic finale here at the 27th US Nationals Carrom Championship, happening here in the lovely city of Cleveland, Ohio. We are seeing a true battle between titans. Saravanan Chandrababu, the man who has won the title an incredible 11 times, versus Ajay Arora, going for his maiden title.
If you notice in this particular game, Bala, Saravanan took only one board, and that was of 9 points. Other than that, every board otherwise was taken by Ajay Arora. So he came with a mission in game number 2, clearly with a plan to execute, and getting 1 point, 4 points, with or without queen, he continued, and then he got a big board, and he jumped up to 21 love. At that point, I thought that this was going to be a game changer, and it was perhaps difficult for Saravanan to rally back from that 21-0 lead. And at the end, he ended up finishing 25-9 So at the present time, the players are taking a break after one game each. The audience is also stretching after watching two exhilarating matches with Sarvanan Chandrababu and Ajay Arora locking horns here at the 27th United States Nationals Carrom Championship. Just in case you are joining us now, just a reminder that match number 3 of this finals will be coming up shortly as soon as the players come back from the brief break they are going to take.
So, Doctor, let's go back to our analysis from earlier. We are seeing a true test of which style of play is better between the playing conservative, low risk, low reward, or high risk, high reward, which is what Saravanan goes for. Any thoughts, Doctor?
Bala, I think when we started the finals, you came up with an important statistic, right? These guys have played with each other 6 times, 3-3, split down the middle. And this is the decider. An aggressive player against a defensive player. The aggressive player won the first match. The defensive player makes a comeback and wins the second match. So now it comes down to the final, the third match. What will prevail? Aggression or defense? Or cautious aggression on the part of Sarvanan Chandrababu? If I am Sarvanan, now is the time to exercise a little bit of caution. But I think the word caution, Bala, does not exist.
In his
or
dictionary.
the word defense does not exist in Sarvanan's dictionary. Would you agree?
I do. You know, knowing him for so many years now, he is that, you know, he prefers that style of play, go big or go home. And if he wins 25-0. And in the rare occasions that he has to lose a match, it's usually also one-sided. You know, I've never seen him in the middle. So is that going to be the case in Game 3? I'm not so sure. We'll wait and see. I expect him to go even more aggressive in Game 3. This is home, you know, and he hails from Cleveland. This is happening right in his backyard.
Although I don't think he has a home court advantage as such. I mean, people love Sarvanan, people love Ajay Arora. They have their own fan following, not only in the hall here, even in social media and the Carrom circles around the world. They both know these two great players. Ajay, of course, has represented the United States in the past and had a ranking in the world Carrom, and so did Sarvanan. So these are two accomplished players, and we just see Ajay Arora has just come back on the board, practicing a few moves as Subbu, our chief referee, continues to observe him. They are just waiting for Sarvanan to come back after a brief break, and I see him in his confident walk as he comes and sits on the table to start game number 3. Your thoughts, your predictions.
So I'm not sure if I have a prediction per se, but I'm just going back to what we heard the players say in their pre-game interview about what are they looking forward to, what is their approach to the game, etc. And I remember Ajay saying he was inspired by the wall of champions that we have. We print it out as a big banner in our tournaments and we hang it on the wall. And looking at the same person's name, Saravanan Chandrababu, repeated 11 times on that, it motivated him, it inspired him, and not seeing his own name not even once on that wall. So he told us he really, really wants to see his name up there. So I would say, if you ask me the question, who's hungrier for the title, I have a clear answer.
Well, as they say in Hindi, Dil mange more. Dil mange more? Is it Dil mange more for Sarvanan, or Ajay Arora is saying, I want that name on that wall of champions. I want to lift that trophy. So as you said, Bala, very appropriately, who wants it more? And we'll find out within the next half an hour to 45 minutes who will be the champion in 2023 here at the United States National Championships in Cleveland, Ohio. Board number 1, game 3. Ajay Arora to break.
Third and deciding set. Nicely done. So the shot Ajay just played is called a bomb shot or an idea shot.
You know, that shot that Ajay played drew a loud cheer from our man here, Umair, who also jumped up in his seat. Wow! Where did that come from?
Nicely done. If we watch that particular shot in replay, the one we just saw, there's a funny story behind that. Beautifully doubled.
This lane is not quite open for Sarvanan, so he's just going to pull. And brought the queen in his base. Nice, smart defensive strategy.
Very interesting. You know, you don't often see Saravanan going for these conservative approaches. So he's pulling one coin at a time. So clearly Ajay has forced him to rethink his strategy.
Absolutely, Bala. And he tried two things there. Touch the white and try to defend the red. And that was a little difficult, but Sarvanan missed opening the red for Ajay.
But Ajay does not have a clean cover. Or maybe is he going for this connection? The queen comes out. A good attempt. I've heard many players say that opponents like Ajay Arora are particularly hard to play against because he plays so slow that it tends to break the opponent's flow or rhythm.
And mind you, oftentimes that is quite deliberate as well, because they know that if a player like Sarvanan, who plays very fast, if I need to slow him down in his tracks, I'm going to slow my game down and play that mind game where sometimes you succeed, sometimes you don't. But Ajay just missed an easy cover there.
Very true, Doctor. He gave himself the chance. He may not have capitalized on it.
There are different styles of play as we were discussing, but one of the things that we don't talk much about is the time you take between strokes. And Ajay Arora is more of a on the slower side and takes his time, doesn't rush. But sometimes it can annoy your opponent.
That's true.
He's not taking the red right now because he wasn't sure about the cover.
So Saravanan cannot leave his bottom left pocket unattended for too long.
Would he just blast it with a rebound?
So this is his style, right? A lot of players would have gone for that first. And Ajay is defending in the black.
Strategic game here.
And there we go.
So that really opened up his blacks perhaps, but now he's given a finish to Ajay Arora.
That's going to be super expensive. Will Babu punish him for this? Apparently not.
Babu doesn't miss those cuts usually.
Beautifully done. That was called a double touch. Queen has been taken by Ajay.
And Ajay has taken the lead again, 4-0.
Ajay takes 5 more points. Okay, so oftentimes, Doctor, it is at moments like this that players like Saravanan pull off a miraculous slam. A slam in Carrom, for viewers who are not familiar with the term, is break to finish, where the player does the break and clears all the 10 coins, 9 whites and the queen, in one go without giving a turn to their opponent.
Decent break.
Decent break, but not quite what Saravanan would have hoped for. Although he didn't open a whole lot for Ajay, he did not help himself much either.
Don't leave easy coins of your opponents when they're close to the pocket, especially when you don't have one of your own coins to pocket easily. That is what you are seeing right now.
Once again, folks who are just joining us, we are watching the singles grand finale of the 27th US Nationals Carrom Championship. being played here in Cleveland, Ohio. It's a best of 3, and we are watching the third and final set, the deciding set between these two giants of the game, Ajay Arora and Saravanan Babu. So the scoreboard is still showing them reversed because they started sitting one way, but because this is the deciding set, they have to change sides.
Queen covered by
That's a rather uncharacteristic miss on the part of Sarvana and Bala.
That's right, Doctor. And I was wrong about them changing sides that I mentioned a few minutes ago. They will change sides after halfway through the game.
All he did was release that bunch in the middle, so now these 3 coins are open. Now does he play this here so and defend these 2 whites, or does he go for...
So it looks like he's going to go for a glance. Beautiful. That was a phenomenal execution. Now this is the coin that's going to give him potential trouble. It is there, but it is on the way, somewhat.
Well defended.
And now
Sharp cut, huh?
it's a do or die. There we go.
That is his strength, those sharp cuts, Bala. I mean,
That's-
you knew that there was a coin sitting on the pocket, yet he's going to challenge himself even more and boom, go for that.
That's right. And he hits them so hard. You know, most people, they're afraid to play these cuts and they play them rather tentatively, not Babu. He sends them like a bullet.
So 2 boards are done. Ajay took the first board, 5 points, and Sarvanan got 4.
And you know, these are the moments that players like Babu use to motivate themselves and come back even stronger.
So Bala, that graphic that you were talking about, that these 2 players are even Stevens. Personally, I wasn't aware of that they have played 6 times in proper championship games and they're equal. But we are now really seeing that they really are going head to head. And third game, and the score is 5-4. So truly even Stevens.
That's right, Doctor. Now they are at 3.1, 3.1. Is he going for a dual intent shot? A cut to the left? And he does. This could be a very big board for Ajay.
So if he takes this, Bala, then he has the red over here. The question will, where will this white end up?
Well, which is why he's going for the queen first, so that he has a cover. But so the reason he played slow is he didn't want this black to bounce back and block his cover. But in that process, he missed the queen, and Babu. Thank you, sir. I'll take it. And Babu has taken the queen. Is he going for a cut release?
Well, now this path is blocked. This one is open here. So this one may be somewhat difficult cut, but the other one, this could be much more tough.
Beautiful attempt. So now this is an idea coin. Oh, that was very expensive.
I thought he would drop this coin on this one, but he's just playing it safe.
I'm not sure if he's going for a cut or a double. Beautiful cut.
That was an expensive miss
That
for
was indeed.
Sarvanan, conceding 4 points in that game, as Ajay now moves on to 9 and Sarvanan on 4 after the end of 3 boards in the finals of this United States National Carrom Championship being held in Cleveland, Ohio, the city of rock and roll here in Ohio, where more than 120 players converged for this wonderfully conducted tournament. Board number 4. A lovely break, Bala.
A lovely break. Finally, we see a slammable break from Babu. And he has hit many of those slams. And so far, we haven't seen very many big boards from these players, 10 pointers, 11 pointers. Those are the game changers. And it looks like Ajay is forcing Saravanan to play his game.
He was able to lease the red for himself for a future.
That was another uncapitalized opportunity on Ajay's part. So this black that he missed, he could have used it to bring that white somewhere there.
So for Sarvanan, Bala, red is open, cover is ready. So Ajay is going to disturb the red somehow. Not going to leave it open for him.
That's right. Most likely you'll use the black to pull it back to the cluster, and he does that. But it's not that difficult for Babu, who's a cut master. Commentator's curse it is. And Ajay,
Safely placed, and Bala has to play the red. He cannot leave the red open at this juncture.
nicely done. But then it's open for Ajay. You know, doctor, these coins that are in this area are a lot harder than they look. to pocket.
You're absolutely correct. And the red covered by Ajay, and that puts him in the driver's seat at the moment. Fairly even board, I would say. Big bunch in the middle. Once Sarvanan takes this white, do you think he's going to pull back?
So he will most likely do a glance, hard glance on this to take it, so that this black goes up here and come here. But looks like he went for a hard pair.
That could prove very risky, Bala.
It was. I mean, that's just, we are seeing his style being played out. That's the go big or go home style.
Yeah, because these three are not difficult for Ajay. It'll come down to this one particular coin as to how difficult that is.
So that one he could combine with this. It gives him access. Because the striker is much wider than the coin, it's very hard to reach that particular point. But he can
True.
use that coin and make it happen. Which is what he's going for. And he pulls it off. Flawless execution, flawless. That's
What
the
a
word.
lovely shot. What a lovely shot that was by Ajay Arora with that finish.
And now the players would change sides. They are past the halfway point of set number 3 in this grand finale of the 27th US Nationals Carrom Championship happening
And,
right here in Cleveland.
And Bala, Ajay is leading 15-4. Any thoughts at this moment? 1 points.
That is certainly true. He would need to. But I think he's entirely capable of doing so. He has done this many times in the past where it seemed like all hope were lost. And he pulls out a miraculous slam just when it's most needed. So you can see the aggression in his stance, the way he's sitting, his body language, everything would change. You're going to see harder strokes from him.
Yeah, the commentary team for the Willow broadcast, we are about 30 feet away, so we are not able to see. The commentary team here at Willow, we are sitting about 30 feet away from the actual playing arena, so we are not able to look at them from close quarters to describe their body language, which is what Bala just alluded to a moment ago.
Here we go. Break number 5 of the deciding set. Ajay Arora with a huge advantage so far on the scoreboard. He gets a nice break at the right moment. Ajay attempted to cut that coin and release something here. Probably he wanted to release this.
A rather pensive looking Sarvanan.
Brilliant. Ajay is playing his best chess game here on the carrom board.
And on the other hand, Sarvanan is missing those coins that he would normally take 9 out of 10 times. So I can possibly see a shift here in who is likely to kind of take this championship. I'm leaning more towards Ajay at the present time.
Well,
But,
he's certainly a lot closer to the finish line than Babu, but it's still not that close. He's one big board away, but many small boards away. So, on the other hand, you can say that Saravanan is just one big board away from catching up.
yeah, but
Ajay.
what I see, the trend is that Saravanan is missing more than he normally would, and that is one observation that I have that might cost.
Well, this depends on this cut. So after, if he can pocket this black here and send the white all the way back here, those are the shots that he uses to pump himself up. Those hard shots that just shakes the entire board.
But you're saying that he could have brought this all the way here?
He could have brought this white here all the way over here. And I believe that's what he was going for.
And now Ajay has a finish.
This could be game, set, match, and championship for Ajay if he finishes.
It's exactly
go, folks.
10 points, right?
Exactly 10 points on the board. If Ajay Arora pockets this coin, there we go. Super close. Saravanan has to pocket at least one, which he does. Saves the match.
Staying alive.
Beautiful shot. And now, most likely, Saravanan is going to glance on this and go for this. So had he succeeded in that, he could have used this to get that white out of there.
That's 21 points.
That was a big save by Saravanan, but is it enough?
And now we are at that crucial juncture because at 21, as most Carrom lovers would know, the importance of the red exists, and you still count the points, the 3 points for the red. 22 onwards, you stop counting the 3 points rather, that you would get for the red. So if Ajay wins the board with one red and one coin on the board, then it's all over.
That was a measured shot by Ajay. He did not want to move the queen out of there. That was another flawless shot. And he would take one more black before attempting the queen. And
Now
that cost him.
Was that a blunder?
May have been. We'll see. And Saravanan takes the queen. This is rather unfamiliar territory for Saravanan, I would say. Although he has made comebacks, this is far too close.
Well, Bala, the difference is 17 points, so he would need two boards, one of 9, one of 8, or however you want to add up the math. But getting 9 points and 8 points on a board at this juncture, Ajay has to really play poorly and Saravanan has to bring his best game forward.
Right. So I guess, more than even relying on Ajay to make mistakes, at this point Saravanan needs big boards. That means he needs to finish in his first or second turn, not given enough turns to Ajay. Because once Ajay gets a turn, he's able to reconfigure the board to his advantage.
Is Ajay Arora getting close to that dream that he talked to me about? That Nilesh bhai, I want to win the United States Nationals and have my name on that hall, on the wall of champions. Saravanan has these two to go, and then let's see. He misses that.
Ideas ever. Is he planning to double this year?
He likes to cut. So I think he'll cut it here. Let's see. I think he's doubling it. You're right. Oh, no,
Cut.
he's cutting it. So close.
Nicely done.
A little too late, perhaps.
So I would guess Saravanan would take it and remove the black, or perhaps not. Nice attempt by Ajay. And see, Saravanan, is he going to go for a third pocket? This looks interesting. That was a nice roundabout shot.
The difference is 17 points. So at this point,
Well, there are two boards remaining.
this is board number.
We just finished board number 6, and there are two boards remaining, and the maximum points available per board is 12. So in theory, Saravanan still has a chance. In reality, very tenuous.
21-8 with board 7 and board 8 coming up.
And it's Ajay's break. So for Saravanan to have a chance,
13-point differential, right?
yes, it all depends on this break. This is the moment. If Ajay gets a successful break and pockets even 1 or 2 coins, you're looking at almost a foregone conclusion. But, of course, it's not over until it's truly over. And Saravanan will have to pull off a black slam from this position, even if...
Well, 13 points in 2 boards.
Well, it is an interesting break. Pretty good for Ajay at this stage. Babu, he doesn't care much about defense at this point. He just has to go for the finish. So he doesn't care about pushing the queen here or any of that because he wants to go for the kill. Because he has to. So
Absolutely,
now
yep.
he might send this white and this black here as expected, but it doesn't work.
But now he has given the red.
This could be it, guys. if Ajay takes the red, Ajay has taken the red. Beautiful punch.
Is he going to cut this here and send the striker here?
I don't think he will do all that. He's far too risk averse for that. Or maybe now is the time. And one more coin. Is it game now? What's the difference? 30. Oh yeah, he can still, in theory, if Ajay wins this, if Saravanan wins this board, that was a brilliant attempt. That was a brilliant finish. So here we go, guys. It is a theoretical situation. Babu behind exactly by 12 points. So the game is still alive on paper.
Barely.
Now, if he pulls off a slam at this stage, which is the only thing he needs, the only way he can survive this match, are we going to see history being made today? Folks who are just tuning in, we are about to witness history here, one way or another. We are coming to you live from Cleveland, Ohio, where the singles grand finale is happening right now of the 27th US Nationals Carrom Championship is taking place. Here we go, guys. Babu cannot give Ajay a turn.
And I must say it looks mighty difficult at the present time.
And here we go. Ajay Arora,
Ajay Arora has to just take this coin,
one coin away
and
from
that would be it.
his maiden title.
A dream come true.
You can hear people already clapping.
This young man perhaps is
When they shake hands, Babu has conceded. Wow! A brand new champion,
that
Ajay Arora, wins the 27th US Nationals Carrom Championship.
his name on the wall of champions, and Ajay Arora certainly has deserved everything that he has earned today. He not only beat Luis Fernandez and subsequently beat Saravanan Chandrababu to claim this title. So he can be very proud of himself for his achievement here at the 27th US National Bala. This is no mean feat, beating two great champions back to back.
Absolutely, he can be proud of himself. He has truly earned this title. What a tournament, what a finals, what a fantastic way to end a fantastic event.
The scenes that you are seeing here from the tournament hall, a smiling Ajay Arora, all the audience challenging, congratulating him. There was the referee Subbu getting hugs from some of the Carrom players. There was Viral Parmar that you just saw, and now Atul Bhave giving him a strong hug, a well-deserved one as well. And a small talk between Ajay and Atul Bhave practice a lot together on the east coast of the United States, as Ajay is now flanked by
Shibu to his right. That's the man in the
Shekhar
green shirt.
Challa.
Yeah, Shekhar Challa is an ex-national champion, and the man in the green shirt who's giving him a fist bump is Shibu Jose, captain of the U.S. national team.
So a brilliant performance after one game each. Ajay Arora comes roaring back, and the third game that Ajay won was absolutely comprehensive. 25-9, Bala, and a very comprehensive win for the young man from Pennsylvania. A dream come true, and the U.S. Carrom Association will have some work to do on the wall of champions.
Absolutely, we have a new name to etch on that wall. And let's look at some statistics from this finale, Doctor. So in soccer, we talk about who has more possession, which team held the ball longer. In terms of Carrom boards and a game of Carrom, it's about board control. Who held control of the board longer. And if you look at it, Ajay had 65% of the time the control of the board compared to 35% of the time that Babu had control. And that's typical of their styles, right? So Ajay plays very strategically, focusing more on defense and positions and making sure that Babu doesn't have a clear run for the finish line, and only then making his move, as opposed to Saravanan, who goes for the kill regardless of Ajay's position. We did see him play some defense from time to time, but by and large, he stuck to his style. And today, it was Ajay's day through and through.
It was truly grit and determination by Ajay Arora, absolutely. And playing against a champion like Saravanan Chandrababu is no mean feat. And he was very measured in his approach. He took his time, and we talked about this. Players who are fast players sometimes get rattled by players who are very slow. And some of them deliberately make themselves slower to get into the mind of the opponent. And we know a lot of good Carrom players who are very quick players. So a good strategy on the part of Ajay Arora, a very measured one, in my opinion. And this tournament, Bala, you are of course the president of United States Carrom Association. The way the whole tournament was handled, organized, first of all, let me congratulate you and your entire team. And I specifically want to talk about the volunteers who have given their yeoman service. Absolutely. They have worked throughout the last 3 days, giving them time and setting up the boards. And those who are seeing all these boards that you see here, all these boards need to be set up individually. They need to be measured. And this roaring success of this tournament that we have just achieved, what does that mean to you, Bala Parthasarathi, as the president of US Carrom Association? And what does it mean for US Carrom Association in general?
Thank you, Doctor. This tournament and the result means the world to US Carrom Association, to me, and for growth of Carrom as a sport, not only in the United States, but also in the whole world. You know, Doctor, USCA's mission is to promote the game of Carrom in the US, as well as elevate Carrom in the world of professional sports. And this tournament, you know, I want to go back to what it means when we say Saravanan is an 11-time national champion. You know, back in 2007, when he bagged his first title, there was hardly anybody who could give him any competition. And gradually, year after year, the competition has been increasingly getting tougher. And what we see today, someone who can not only challenge him, but successfully dominate across every single minute of the tournament. This is truly history being made, and I cannot be happier with every single aspect of the tournament.
At this point, I want to welcome Murli, our co-commentator, to share a few words with our president. You've heard me throughout the whole tournament, and I certainly want to thank the U.S. Carrom Association and Bala for inviting me to do the commentary in the august company of Murli and Bala. So thank you very much for the invitation. I have thoroughly enjoyed bringing the commentary to all the Willow TV viewers as well as on the YouTube channels that they have.
Who has been supporting the United States Carrom Association for many years now. And Dr. Mehta is now going to walk over to the winner stadium and talk to the winners and the runner-up and get a few words from them. And meanwhile, I'm joined here in the commentary box
What a
again by Murali Balasubramaniam.
hey, well, I was watching it live, right, when you guys were taking care of this. Thank you for having me back. Couple of things. Watching it live was this game and coming back so strong in the second and third, right? Look at the score lines; it tells you a story by itself. So I was like, I was seeing it live. The who wants it more became a big part of the equation, and I was so happy for Ajay having scaled the mountain finally. Right, it was absolutely thrilling to watch.
Absolutely. And Murali, let's go over to the winner's podium where Dr. Mehta is going to talk to our smiling champion, Ajay Arora. It's going to be a couple more minutes. We're waiting for Ajay Arora.
While he's setting up there for that post-match, quick bites for you all. Bala, I was also wondering what it would have taken, the couple of glaring things that you saw that Saravanan could have changed a little bit in changing the result of the game.
So I'm no expert, but to my untrained eye, or a partially trained eye, it felt like Saravanan needs to be perhaps a little bit more adaptive to the style of the opponent. So he plays his style regardless of the opponent, and it felt like Ajay was able to not only detect that but also capitalize on that to his advantage.
That's a good point. I always thought Saravanan Babu achieved so much success mainly because for me in cricket parlance, it always felt like I was watching Virendra Sehwag bat, right? It is see ball, hit ball kind of a deal. I mean, obviously there's a lot of strategy as well, but the sheer confidence with which he could execute all the shots was amazing to watch. He's obviously an able champion and something who should be very proud of, coming back after multiple years.
Let's cut to the other camera where Dr. Mehta is ready to interview our smiling champion, Ajay Arora.
Have the name. Arora,
शुरू से
माइक पे बोलो।
लाइव जा रहा है, ओके। वेल, पहले तो कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस।
थैंक यू सर,
Okay,
थैंक्स अ लॉट।
we are all here in Cleveland. And then you took the 11-time US national singles champion, Sarvanand Chandrababu. Do you just realize what you just did?
It's very difficult to say in words. It's a sheer practice. This tournament, I put it lot of practice. Like I played like maybe 3 to 4 hours every day. Whatever happens in my personal front, office front, it doesn't matter. I was like there on board every day 4 hours, like last 3 months. So that effort paid off.
You and I have talked on the phone a lot over the last several months, and every time I call you, I hear some background noise of you taking the Carrom coins. And I think practice makes a man perfect, and you have put in so much time and effort, and all the time and effort has paid off today. Look at where you are, standing on the podium and holding the singles champions trophy. Who would you like to dedicate this trophy to? Who has been behind you to guide you through this process and support you?
So I'll start with you because 4 years back, 4 or 5 years back, when I just started playing in US, you were the first one who showed that belief in me. So thanks to you for that belief. And then in last 1 year, Vinita Bukaria, she supported like any that faith. He told me this year is yours. And like week back, I was playing with Shaker. And he said like this year nobody can beat you the way you are playing. So it's a belief of friends. When everybody is there and show that faith in you, then automatically that confidence comes in.
All I have to tell you is celebrate, enjoy this moment, enjoy this championship that you have won. You very much deserve everything that you have achieved. Go have a party, but then refocus for next year.
Thanks a lot, sir. Yeah, I'll be refocusing because there is no substitute to effort. Otherwise, will not be talking if I'm not putting effort.
Because remember, Louis, hat-trick, Sarvanand, 11.
Yeah.
And you are at 1. But
Yeah.
as they say, well begun is half done.
Yeah.
So you are just starting your journey as the champion.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.
So that's it from the presentation podium here. Want to congratulate this young and handsome Ajay Arora for winning the singles championship here in Cleveland, Ohio. And that will conclude our presentation as far as the tournament is concerned, and I will flip you back over to the studio.
Folks, we are ready to start the closing ceremony. Please welcome our MC for the day, Murli.
Thanks, man. Hey, this is such a momentous occasion, right? 27th nationals. It doesn't get younger. We're becoming middle-aged in one sense. I'm not speaking about me. I'm speaking about the association itself. So very, very warm welcome to all of you all. I thought I should do one thing. I should get you all gathered around and take a picture. Right? Can you all gather around? I want to take a picture of the audience today. Can you all gather around closely, please? Let's do that. Louis as well. So this is sort of a selfie without me.
Keep the mic always. The audio is good.
Okay, he is taking selfie.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was another trick play from me to make sure all of you all are like huddled together, right? So anyway, a big applause for all of you all just being here and making it through the 3 days that we were here. Awesome, awesome. Each one of us, including me, came with some expectations. I'm sure some of us met our expectations, some of us exceeded them, some of them obviously conquered it all, right? And so we are in the midst of all of those different groups of people. And all of us are either contenders or pretenders or sleeper cell performers, right? And garage performances versus what actually happened in this grand ballroom were totally different things. But each of us are going to take away many memories. I saw a lot of you clicking great pictures of yourselves and taking great videos of your games as well. So I think it was needless to say this, but I think each of us got our paisa vasool here, right? Absolutely paisa vasool. So thank you all for participating, for being brave enough to subject yourself to come here, play games and get ranked and everything else. So I won't filibuster this anymore. Without further ado, we have a lot of things to recognize, a lot of things to celebrate. So let us get with the thunderous applause. Let's bring Balapasa to the stage.
Thank you, Murali. I don't even know where to begin. I'm in complete zombie mode after these 3 days. I haven't really composed my thoughts. I'll try to keep it short. I just want to start by saying a huge thank you. There's just way too many people to thank for making this happen. There's just so many things that happen behind the scenes. It takes an entire village, right? Let's just start with giving a huge round of applause for our most gracious host, Saravanan Chandra Babu. Without him and his generosity, we would not be here today in this beautiful grand ballroom. And not only Saravanan, his entire staff, the volunteers, and the others who have been helping throughout the last few days, and especially our local Cleveland Carrom crew, Firoz Bashir and Satish Dupati. You guys are amazing. And I know that you are all playing as well, and I see you guys running around, helping with so many chores. This is truly amazing that we have people like you in the community. And of course, all the other volunteers, local and remote, everybody who came here just to play and enjoy the weekend also pitched in to help out with the various organizing elements. You know, I can take examples from the scoring team, right? People like Rahul Tekalor and Roshan Rao, Pranay Mehta, all these guys are just truly selfless souls who just, you know, you just have to ask them. They're like, sure, what do you need? And Deep Joshi, for example, right? So he's like, today morning, he comes to me and says like, you tell what he's going to play the Challengers finals. He goes like, okay, look, if you guys need me to, I will come and help out with the organization if that's what you need, right? That's the level of dedication and the blind commitment to the cause these guys have. So thank you guys once again. And now let me thank all of you for coming here from far and wide across the country to participate in this tournament and continue to help us promote the game, because without you there is no tournament, right? Yes, we are doing this for you, but you are reciprocating that by truly participating in these events and helping us make these successful. And in terms of the level of these tournaments, it's going up every year, not only in terms of the scale of the event, in terms of the number of people who are playing and the grandness of the venue, but also from people like you, the level of play. It's unbelievable, right? Look at it. So JP and I were chatting earlier today, and we were going through the list of celebrity players who competed in the enthusiast division this time. It included at least 5 past, the champions division, semi-finalists, and even finalists, and ex-champions. Ram Gopal, the hat-trick national champion, right? He was the Louis back in 2002. And he's playing in the enthusiast division's final. And his game quality is no less than before. It is just how crazy, amazingly competitive the playing field has become, right? And in such a playing field, to witness the level of play we saw today in the Champions Division final, we literally saw history being made live. Right, this moment that you all got to saw Ajay Arora winning the title. Ajay, a huge congrats, man. You earned every single bit of that title. I mean, we talk about USCA's mission is to promote the game and raise awareness of the sport and elevate Carrom in the world of sports, etc. It is moments like this that's going to help tell our story. Right? And for that, I'm truly thankful to all of you and to all the players. And I know that you all have flights to catch, and you're just waiting for the award ceremony. So without further ado, I would like to invite Murali again to the stage to help us get through the award ceremony. And I will continue to stay on the stage. And I also want to, before we go to the award ceremony, one last thing. Mandar, can you please come up on the stage too? This man... So there are, I do want to, recognize my fellow USCA committee. I know I'm getting all the credit for being the main face on the banner, but this guy has been running around like crazy for the last 3 days. United States Carrom Association is a non-profit organization, right? We're all volunteers, and we run, behind the scenes. And Nani, I would have liked him to be here, Nani and Kaushik too. Kaushik had to go home early. He has been quietly helping from behind the scenes. And Nani, our tournament director, is the most selfless person you can imagine. He flew here all the way from California to be a non-playing tournament director. That's not easy. He loves to play, right? And to be in that kind of shoes is just incredible. And unfortunately, he had some health issues today. So due to medical reasons, he had to leave early, and he's currently trying to get some care for his issues. And of course, I must definitely mention our superstar backstage god, Naveen Chandran. It's just incredible. If we were to build a temple for one person, a temple of Carrom, that would be for Naveen. I'm not even kidding. Right? So here we go. And Murali, I'd like to pass it back to you to get us started on the awards ceremony. Thank you again, everybody.
Well said. Well said. I go from top to bottom, bottom to top.
Sure? Yep.
Hey, we recognize quite a few people, but some more names to be added, and I really want this applause to be bringing down the house down, right? These are volunteers again. I'm going to call out their names, and without them, we couldn't have lived the past 4 days, right? Surya Narayanan Vengadesan. Hey, don't be shy. Don't run away. Come. Yeah, he's still helping. That's correct. Ankur, where is Ankur? Ankur, come on stage one second, please. Just come here. Gani, where is Gani? Gani, please. All of you all come here, please. Mahesh, Latish, Rohin, and Arivarasan. Just come on the stage for a second. So these were the busy bees while we were all enjoying the Carrom, right? They said no to nothing and they got us everything we wanted. This is true celebration, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So, in the opening ceremony, we missed the presence of a great woman who missed out that morning was Uma Munagala. Uma Munagala, please come on stage to receive your recognition. Since this is a celebration, I don't think... One second, just stay back just for a second. Just for a photo op. Tejasvi, bring yourself here and Preeti as well. Just a photo opportunity. Quick. Come in. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea too. Hey, these are the ladies who did us proud here. Absolutely proud. In fact, this is a true statement. When it was announced that they're going to play the Indian team in the finals, the way it is done is the announcements are made, the teams are brought in, and both the anthems were played. I know it has been said a few times. Literally, when our US anthem was played with these girls on there, each and every hair on my arms were raising up. It was a hair-raising moment. It was wonderful to be part of that. I hope I'm translating this excitement to you. Thank you so much for making us so proud. We are proud of you. Now, amongst all the volunteers, there's this Khiladiyon ka Khiladi type volunteer, right? And that volunteer for us, the MVP volunteer, as we'd like to call them, is Firoz Bashir. Firoz Bashir, please come on stage. I also learned something about this gentleman here. He's so quiet and he does so much work. He's also a national level table tennis player. He tours the complete country to play his US Nationals and US Open table tennis. All right, the next person is, enough cannot be said. I want him to make his trip 10 times here, maybe, but let him do it for the first time now as a super host, Mr. Sarvanan Babu, with Ophelia as well, if you want. He's not just a quiet killer on the board, he is a quiet entertainer for everybody and a super host indeed. Thank you so much. It would be fair to say, it would be very fair to say that we all felt at home here, right? So that's a big thing to accomplish. Thank you so much. We would love to have a referee panel on board. We had Oscar Phillips, Ravi Vishnubotla, Atul Bhave, Sam Malishetty, and Subbu. Please come onto the stage so that we may recognize you. Sam, Oscar is left, I think. Ravi Vishnu Ravi is there? Ravi is left. Atul Bhave is coming on stage. Subbu, where is Subbu? The stage is not complete without you. We have one more round of applause. Yeah, this is celebration. We'll keep applauding. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Okay, most of you who are here would not have realized the guys behind the scene in terms of making Willow TV happen today, right? When we talk about getting stuff on Willow TV up, they were all working their slaves and butts off, working as slaves and their butts off for the past several days. Pre-production meetings started many weeks before as well. So I would like Umair, Ali, please come here, please. Please come onto the stage. And Ganesh as well. Is Ganesh here? Ganesh is not there. Hey, these guys, I'm telling you, this guy drove something like 8 hours yesterday and came back and started today at 5 a.m. Right? That's Ali for you. He was manning the handheld camera. And that's Umair. He was the chief controller of everything. These guys are nothing short of amazing. You will enjoy these videos when you go back home, when you start watching it on all your different screens. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay.
I'll do that, please. Let me do the honors. Sure. And, or actually, Wala, you can do this better, please. The commentators, please.
We already went through this. Nilesh Bhai had to leave early, but so with this whole Willow TV thing, that what we are trying with, this partnership has been truly amazing. And in the Carrom community, we don't have. When we first met with Willow TV, they were like, okay, so you guys have professional commentators in your community? We were like, well, yeah, we do. And then I had to start scrambling madly on WhatsApp, like, okay, who can commentate? Like, we are looking for candidates. And obviously, Nilesh Bhai was a born candidate for it. He's such a natural. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here. And the other name that instantly came to our mind was our MC, Murali. And Murali, we just threw him on the spot. No rehearsal, nothing. We called him like, hey, can you come at 7 o'clock for a rehearsal? He's like, I don't need any of that. Just put me in front of the camera. I'll manage all of it myself. I don't do so well with rehearsal, but I'll wing it. And if that's what winging it is, please do it every time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Murali.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much.
Of course. Continue your job, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I welcome, obviously, criticism. It was my first time doing this. He's seasoned now. He's done it for the second time. So, about the commentary that I was involved in, I was with a great team, so it was very easy to do it. All right, moving on. We had some slams also this time, right? So we definitely wished to be that slammer, but we were not. Only two of them were. So the first guy who was a slammer was Satish Dupati. Satish Dupati, get here. It's always so special. It happens so frequently at home. It never happens here, right? And I'm sure that was a calmly, slowly constructed slam, but that was not the case with the next guy. This guy came and bam, 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 bam. This is Naveen. Naveen, come up here, please. He slammed not once, but twice. There were two white slams. Hey, I'm just reminded that our own grand master of everything, right? We see him, hear him, read him, also scored a slam. So we all consider him a good. Subbu also scored a black slam and is an inspiration to all of us. Subbu, please stand up. Thank you so much. This is a wonderful inspiration to the rest of us. And let's go and recognize the next accomplisher. This is the best youth player, and the award goes to Aditya is waiting. Aditya Godugu. Oh, that is a. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Smile.
I just want to say a few words, guys. You know, these guys, they represent the next generation of Carrom players, right? So we want to definitely encourage more kids to participate, and we hope we see many more Adityas as well as Aditya for many more years to come. And I also want to give a huge shout out to our very own kids coaching camp guru, Sam Malisetti, for conducting the Carrom 101 session on Thursday evening, and warmly congratulate Aditya for this wonderful achievement. Congrats, Aditya. Oops. I want to say a few words. Hey, I want to say a few words about this as well. You know, a few minutes ago, we gave the award for the amateurs division, right? And we were joking about how all the champion grade players are playing in the enthusiast division. You know, I want to really congratulate these folks like JP, Ashad, and Ram Gopal, and so many other stellar players who have a great reputation of being champions. And these guys have no ego, right? They fall to the enthusiast division, they give it their best in the enthusiast division and play regardless of who the opponent is. I really want to appreciate that. With, you know, this takes a special, that's another quality of being a champion, is to have that humility. And these guys are humility personified. Okay? Thank you, guys.
On that line, I want to thank Ranjit too.
Please, oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, on this line, I also want to thank Ranjit Sapre for playing with me and in semi-final, and also JP, who gave me a tough fight in final.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, he didn't mention my name, but I also belong to the same group of previous whatever. Okay, now the challenges group, right? I mean, hey, to add to what Bala was saying, I personally think that any of them in the enthusiast group could have also been in the champions group, could have also been in the challenges group as well, right? So the field has become so tough, and the level of the game has gone up so much that anything can happen, right? So keep that as a reminder to yourselves. So when you prepare for your next tournament and stuff like that. So the challenges group, let's have the challenges doubles runner-up, a team of my brothers, which is Shibu and Shrini. Shibu and Shrini from Dallas. And these guys won it all a couple of years back and continue to be in the top 4, top 5 teams. And they're the doubles runner-up this time in the challenges group. A big round of applause again, please.
These guys are the defending champions 2 years ago in the champions division.
And Bala reminds me again, these were the defending champions 2 years back. Defending champions. No, this is being said in appreciation of the quality of the field, not to depreciate them in any way. We are very, very proud of you. I know you fought it tooth and nail. Every game was a challenge for your opponents. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And the guys who bested my brothers here from Dallas to win the Challengers Doubles event was Anthony Royal and Madhu Kalya. Madhu and Anthony. I know most of you all have played games against them. I find their games very attractive to watch when they're playing. Both Anthony and Madhu, of course, have a great game.
I want to say something.
Say something. No.
Mandar did not warn me how heavy this trophy is. And now I realize how apt it is that the heaviest trophies go to the people with the biggest triceps in the entire tournament hall. Did you plan it, Mandar?
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, you can't say anything to me. The challenges group single event now. The singles runner-up was a guy who needs a truck to carry his trophies back, Satish Tripathi. I find Satish to be the coolest head in the whole tournament, right? You can never see him fretting or fuming or, swearing at you, but he's such a silent killer. He got game. Congratulations, buddy. And the winner of the Challengers singles is none other than Deep Joshi. For me, he's going to be forever kid. Awesome game, buddy.
I would like to say a few words about Deep. So, guys, I want to say a small thing to kind of remind us of the level of play here, right? So, Deep has won the Indian Junior National title. That's no mean feat. And look at it. So he has played in the Champions League. He has represented the US at the World Cup and been part of the US national team so many times. He has beaten really top players across the world. And he has come really close. He has competed effectively with pretty much everybody in the world, right? And now, here he is in the Challengers Division 2. It doesn't speak ill of his skill level. It speaks highly of the level of the quality of play going up in the US. Thank you, Deep, and congrats once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Apart from many accomplishments, a little known secret which I'm going to reveal today. He also, you can't believe this, he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. For what? He got his MBA when he was 14. He got his MBA when he was 14. I find that amazing. Okay, now to the main group. I think. No, you want to go through something? Okay, all right. So the Champions Division. This was what a game, yeah. I mean, this was a magnificent group of people who achieved a lot in the past couple of days. So without further ado, the doubles runner-up team of Naveen and Ajay, please come over. They could have pretty much been the winners today. The level of the game was very, very, very high. Congratulations, guys. It was a fantastic performance. So the doubles champions team was a team from Canada. It was Ravindra Guge and Louis Fernandez. Louis did this last time to me and Kalyan. Now he did this to Naveen and Ajay. Hey, I think the applause should be as big as the cups they're carrying. Awesome team, awesome game. A fantastic couple of days, conquering it all. Congratulations, guys. I appreciate it so much.
You want to say something? Yeah. Guge wants to say a few words.
Ravi is not shy.
Yeah, of course. So I just want to say thank you to my wife because she allowed me to come over here. Yeah, that's the most important thing. And second thing, I want to announce that now me and Louis, we are certified doubles players. So anybody wants to pair with us, bookings are open for next year. So thank you so much.
Thank you, my wife too. So I've spent 10 years playing Carrom in North America, and I'm here because of one person, and he's the one who convinced me that you should make your appearance one last time, and his name is Chetan Chef, and he's right over there, and he's the guy, the motivation behind why I'm here. I want to say thank you to my wife for enduring this Carrom nonsense for the last 10 years. She's right here. Her name is Judy, and my daughter Rebecca, who's been supporting me throughout. I never know what it's like to experience a situation when you're playing Carrom at the highest level and you have your family watching you. through the last 3 days. I experienced that and it was wonderful. And I hope that my wife and my kids will join me again for my next tournaments. I was going to retire from singles events, but I think I'll give it a few more shots before I finally throw in the towel. So thanks, Chetan. Cheers. Tara and Vinita have been my avid supporters. They are awesome. They're great sponsors. Whatever it is, they're great friends. So thank you for being in my life. And Ravinder Guge never let me down for a single moment throughout this tournament. I really enjoyed playing with him. It was a very different experience. Both of us were struggling, but we still made it. Thank you very much.
Now the marquee event, right? The singles, the crowning jewel, the biggest of the biggest prize. Saravanan fell short, but he ruled big. He was big on the board. He's big on everybody's heart. Everybody wanted Saravanan to win. Just a little short. Saravanan Babu, congratulations. You're the runners-up of the singles event. Please come up.
Thank you.
Babu, please say a few words.
Yeah.
This definitely needs. Yeah.
Hey, first of all, thank you, everyone, for coming to Cleveland. It means a lot. I'm so sorry Maryland's supposed to conduct this tournament in June and I couldn't participate that. I said like April end, I have a space available. Let's do it in Cleveland because I want to play. So thank you so much for organizing this tournament and I hope everybody enjoyed it. Yes. Again, it means a lot. They were like worried about like, can we get 80 participants, 90 participants? I said, don't worry. Can you make a call? Don't worry. And I appreciate everybody from Chicago, Dallas, California, Cincinnati, what I name it. Okay, everybody showed up. And Louis family, love you all, love you all, love you all. Especially Louis, it means a lot for me to be here. Okay, I appreciate a lot. I want to thank a few people, especially my team, who work day and night over here. And sorry so much to put you through, guys. I'm really sorry, but this is our Cleveland. Yeah. And especially like I want to appreciate everybody, the level of tournament, what I played 11 years, nothing what I played before. Everybody improved a lot. You cannot even like give a stroke to others. They'll finish it off. They will finish it off. I can name each and every one. The level is totally high right now. And Preeti, kudos to you. And I want you to win one nationals, okay? I'm really sorry I took it. You'll be there. And thank you again. Thank you, Baka. You guys did a very wonderful job over here. And Willow TV, I didn't expect my venue will look like this in TV. And it's a great advertisement for me for free of cost. Moreover, I want to thank my wife. I'm really sorry. 2 weeks. I took day off. I practiced. And she was mad. Where you going? Where you playing? Saying, it's in Cleveland. I got to practice a little bit. But thank you so much. I love you all for coming here. Thank you again. Thank you.
Okay, guys, that concludes our presentation ceremony. Ajay is like, no. What a game Ajay played. I was in the commentator's box for a couple of games. It was a true grit story, right? He wanted it more than anybody else. There's no question. The skills are there. The mental fortitude is there. Ajay Arora is your winner of the 27th Nationals Singles Championship. Ajay Arora.
Hey, kiss it.
Hey Ajay, don't say a few words, say a lot of words.
Thank you guys for all the support. First of all, I would like to thank my son who let me practice, because without practice nothing can be done. Like Babu practiced for a few weeks because he's a great player. I need few months. So he supported me few months. He let me play day and night. I spent like 4 to 5 hours every day for 4 months. That's the result. So you all can do the same. And I would like to thank Vinita, because from last 1 year, she supported me, had belief in me. She said like, your name will come on wall in coming years, and it happened. And I would like to thank a couple of guys who actually helped me reach here. One is Vishal Karingutkar, who corrected my grip, Sam Malishetty, who helped me getting the new grip, and then Atul Bhave, who gave me 4 years continuous practice, and Shekhar Challa, who supported me throughout this time now. And yeah, of course, Murli. Murli told me last year that last national I'll be winning it, but this year, finally, I made it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for supporting me. Thanks a lot.
Congrats again, Ajay. So guys, there you have it. May I request all the winners to please come up to the podium for our tradition of taking a group photo of the winner's circle. Folks, all the trophy winners, kindly come on up to the stage. With your trophies, of course. Come on up, guys, don't be shy. Watch your step. Yeah, come on, be here. Let them be here first. We'll be on the side. Come on up, guys. Ajay, go to the center, front and center. Just.
No, you can stand. It's okay.
No, not sit. Just stand there.
Stand in the center. Yeah. Come this way. Yeah.
Come on up back. Your space. Watch the. Can we remove? Watch your step. Come on up. Advait, come on the front. Come on the front. Go in the front. Go back there. Hey, you'll be here, man. You guys come here.
Ashok, can you help me get this down?
Watch your step. Watch it. Come on. Ouch. Can you see them?
Yeah.
So many cameras. Each one will be looking into different.
Come on, cheer up, guys.
Woohoo! And while we are here, let me finally thank our wonderful sponsors, without whom this event would just not be possible. Willow TV, Sling, and New York Live. You guys are amazing. Thank you for believing in our cause and supporting our organization and our mission to promote this wonderful sport. Thank you. See you guys at the US Open later this year. Bye.